What's up YouTube? My name is Spencer Berke and I am a photographer and YouTube vlogger based out of Southern California. Today in this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys 6 different ways to get a job at a car dealership. My background, I basically worked for a few different car dealerships. I mainly worked for high-end supercar dealerships, such as Symbolic Motors in San Diego, which was purchased out by O'Gara Coach. And then also I worked for Lamborghini of Newport Beach, and they are also a McLaren franchise. So my history goes back with Lamborghini, Bugatti, Rolls-Royce, Bentley, and McLaren. So I have a lot of experience with a lot of high-end manufacturers, and I had a lot of fun doing it, but I had recently quit my job to pursue my own marketing company and to pursue YouTube full-time. So one of the main questions that I was asked pretty much my whole life, and I still get asked to this day, is how did you get your job? What did you do? What's some advice that you have? And to respond to all the DMs and messages, it takes a lot of time. So this is the main video that I'm going to direct you guys to. If you have any questions, I'm going to go over 6 different ways on how you can land your dream job, hopefully it's a dream job, at a car dealership. First piece of advice is when you approach a dealership, you have to ask yourself, how do you become an asset to that company? Now, you can go into a company and explain everything that you want and say, this is what I can do. But you want to find out a way to really show them and tell them what you can bring to their company, not so much of what you can do for them. And that's kind of a hard way to explain it, but from my perspective, when you go approach somebody, you want to kind of tell them the value that you can bring, whether it's more profit, more cars sold, better content online, whatever it could be. You want to sell yourself in a quick way that people will understand on what you can bring to the table and have them justify paying what you're asking, or to kind of lead up to that of saying, hey, let's try this out. If I can prove my results, you can pay me this. However you want to discuss pay, it's up to you. First thing though is, how do you become an asset to a business and bring value to that person and their company? Piece of advice number 2 is being multi-talented and being willing to learn more. For me, I started off as a receptionist when I was 18 years old. I had a job offer at a Lamborghini dealership to become a receptionist and an errand runner, which meant I went to the bank to deposit checks for different customers, to go run errands to FedEx, to pick up all the phone calls, to do different errands like coffee for customers, pretty much being the bitch of the dealership, which is honest, but it was something that I was so excited about. I dropped out of high school to really pursue it because I knew that I had a photography passion and I could grow from a receptionist into a photographer into marketing. Now, I really had no idea that I was going to become a social media marketer. I was using MySpace at the time to advertise for the dealership and also a little bit of forums and Zanga and the OG stuff in 2009, 2010. And as soon as Instagram came out and Snapchat and all these different platforms, I jumped on it as soon as I could. And if you look at some of my profiles I had managed, I had started the Instagram account like a few weeks right as Instagram came out, and I started seeing the huge opportunity with it. So you want to have the will to go out and say, I'm willing to do one thing, but I can also do this. So if you can do photography and sales, or you can do finance and you can do wholesale, if you can buy cars and clean the place, whatever it could be, me as a boss for my own business, when I look to hire somebody, I want to know that, hey, if you can do one thing, what else can you do? What else are you willing to learn? And if I put you in a position to learn that, are you really going to push yourself to understand it? Not just go in there and say I'm doing one thing. So from a boss standpoint, seeing someone that's multi-talented and willing to learn, you're more likely to be hired because they know that if they invest money in you, that you can grow and help that company as well. Tip number 3 is be very tenacious and persistent. From my age of 14 to 18 years old, I visited the dealership that I wanted to work at every few days, every weekend, whatever it could be when I had the free time. Basically just got to know everybody. I met all the sales guys, finance team, the porters. I have videos from 2004 and 2005 of them pulling cars in the showroom like a Selena S7, and I filmed one of the first Veyrons in the entire world. That was, I should say, the first Veyron in the US. And I did all these cool videos, and every time they had a special car, I was always there. So they always saw me, they knew my name, they saw that I was passionate. And if you're in the right spot, then who knows what that persistence can build if one of the sales guys brings you up in a meeting and says, hey, I know this guy, he's a photographer, he wants to get into the game. That's the person that is going to be recommended, saying from the boss to anyone else, hey, do you know a photographer? Do you know a marketing guy? Do you know a finance guy? Do you know a sales guy? Hopefully you want to be that name in their head that they say to their boss, or the boss sees you and they give you a call. And that's how I got my job, is someone brought me up in a meeting because I had been at that dealership every weekend with my camera, and they remembered my passion and what I loved, which was cars. So when they see passion, They see profit because they know that you're willing to work hard and go the extra mile to help sell more cars, make more content, whatever it could be. So be tenacious. Don't give up when I don't know why Siri picked that up. Number 4, going back to persistence. Don't give up. Just simple. If someone says no, it could turn into a yes. So come back a week, a month, a year later, emails, phone calls, Instagram DMs, just keep going to the point where it's not annoying, but they remember your name and who you are. I'm going through that right now with a few customers where I'm doing follow-up, I'm doing phone calls, I go in to visit them, and I'm almost about to close some big deals, and I'm not gonna stop until, honestly, they've told me that they're not interested, and I've gone back and I've actually landed customers through doing that. So find a way to be, obviously, tenacious, but push yourself to go in again and again and again until they say yes. Don't be annoying. Tip number 5 is be willing to go the extra mile. If you do get a job somewhere, or you're able to show them or tell them to your boss or who's interviewing you, always be willing to go 10 extra steps than everybody else. You know, come in early, stay late, help out with moving cars around the showroom, be willing to help sell cars or go run errands or deliver cars with your sales team or whatever it could be. When someone asks you for a favor, just don't ever give any kind of hesitant feeling. Just be willing to help and grow, and that can go so far in so many different ways if you do get hired. Or if, you know, your work ethic, if there's a recommendation from your previous boss, I mean, it can go so far when someone says, hey, that guy is willing to go 10 extra steps in front of everybody else, and that's why I hired him. If someone sees that, like I said, as me as a boss, I'd want that on my team. Put yourself in the shoes of a boss and figure out what would you want for your business. Find a way for yourself to create those values, those assets, and then present it to the right people. And sure enough, you're gonna be making money doing what you love. Number 6, the last one that I always tell everybody. I told this to my best friend Gibbs, and he actually got the job from doing it. And I don't know if that was the reason why, but for me, I've always learned this, that shake someone's hand very, very firm and make good eye contact. I've noticed when I shake people's hands sometime, it's very like flimsy, or they just don't like care, and they just feel like they're like, oh, hey, nice. Like, don't do that. Firm handshake and eye contact is really gonna show people that you have this professional manner, that they're gonna see that if you treat them that way, that your boss will see you'll treat the sales team, you'll treat customers with that same attitude of a firm handshake. It shows that you understand, you want to listen, you're willing to listen to what people say, and just it really makes a big difference when you get a firm handshake and someone really looks at you in the eye, because I just feel like I said, it's professional and that person's not lazy, if that makes sense. But firm handshake, eye contact, you'll be good to go. I hope that 10-minute video had taught you guys something about how to get a job at a car dealership. This can apply to anybody going to Kia, to Bugatti, to whatever. And as you can tell, I do like Bugatti. Oh, wrong hand, right there. That is my new company, SB Prints, where I do print photos up to 6 feet. I have a brand new website where you guys can go in and upload your own photography, upload your own photos, and you can print huge posters for a really good cost. They start at $15 and they go up to about $30 to $40, and we have a lot of new materials coming. We launch new posters. I do have a lot of my work going on there. I have a ton of photos to put up there, so every week we will have new designs. If you don't have any photos, you can buy my photography, and we have some plans in the future. So if you guys want to, check out sbprints.com. You can upload your own photos. We will print them for you at a very good cost and ship them to you worldwide. If you learned anything from this video, or you like this style of videos, and 70% of my viewers are not subscribed, I hope that you guys can subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to grow this as much as I can and hopefully teach you guys some lessons and advice, tips, and tricks about how to land a job at a dealership. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace!